Hi, my name is Victor. I'm co-founder of Mobilis Robotics. We are a group of people who use modern AI technologies to bring some more comfortable life for disabled people. Yeah, and have you ever tried to walk with closed eyes? Maybe you tried, and you know that it's challenging. And but there is a group of people who accept the challenge every day. They are traveling in a city using a white accessibility cane, but it doesn't give them the ability to find a place with accuracy. Yeah, the last few meters remains a problem for them. So, for example, wheelchair users, they have the solution for that problem. A lot of buildings and public transport have a low floor in the buses. They have ramps, but blind people don't have such solution. And we designed such smart sound beacon to help them to find entrance. It could be an entrance to the building, entrance to the public transport, and we have already our product, and it consists of the main part. It's sound beacon and activator. It's a small keychain that can be used by the person and to activate the sound beacon. It works in a way of when a blind person is around, it activated and the sounds emit, and then a blind person can, like using that sound, navigate to that sound. Our advantages, it's no internet connection required, noise-free solution. It's ready to be a part of smart city. We have a cloud integration. It's a natural audio navigation. We have patented smart off mode, and we covered all group of blind people who are using smartphones and don't use smartphones. I didn't mention that we also have smartphone applications that can be using like an activator. So now our project is on a stage of developing sound beacon for traffic lights. We have already building sound beacon for the buildings, for transport, and now we are going to start manufacturing and sales of sound beacon for traffic lights. Then we are going to have bring some solar power system to that device. The market is big and for accessibility solutions, and there are a lot of players on that market. It is growing, so we decide to enter this market and start building products for disabled people. Also, we have one more in R&D stage project. It's autopilot for wheelchairs, and the team is experienced, quite big, international, and for now we are looking for early adopters to install our product and make the city smart. So if you have connections to such companies, transportation companies, it could be airports or government institutions, hospitals, schools, some government buildings, we are open for your connections. That's all.
Hi. Can you walk us through the timeline that you had? Because you guys finished this version of a beacon in 2018,
This one?
right? Yeah. So beacon for building you did in 2018, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So now for the last 10 months, something has been happening with it, right? So what was happening with it? Where is it on? How many places is it? How many people are using it, and so on? Like, walk us through what's been happening for the last
Actually,
10 months.
the main engineers team is from Ukraine, and we start sell our products to government in Ukraine, firstly, and we already have probably near the 100 installations there. Few of them it's for public transport, but mostly it's for government buildings and hospitals. And users, blind users, use them, and we have very good feedbacks from them.
Okay, so like 100 places are beacons. Let's have a word which is beacons. Let's have it like that. How many people are able to right now be aware that this building is there, right? So you have 100 buildings that blind people can approach, right? This
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
what I understand. Like, how many people are visiting those places? How many people are actually using it for the last 10 months and so on?
Actually, in the city where the project
And what's the city?
built, yeah, it's
Let's name it.
Vinnytsia city.
Okay,
It's in
Vinnytsia.
Ukraine.
Right.
Yeah, we have a big community of blind people, and that was
What's a big community? Like, can you?
almost 250.
Okay, 250 people.
Yeah,
All right.
and the idea was come up in collaborations with them. Yeah, and we start building, so they are using our solution.
So those 250 people go to 100 places, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. How many times did that happen? How many times did that interaction happen? Like a blind person to visit a building that has a beacon.
Mostly it's government places, so such users visiting them often, but I can't
So you're
give you
not tracking
figures
that.
right now.
You're not tracking the amount of times that this has been used, or so what kind of numbers do you track? You have the number of devices. You have the number of
Users,
your users. Is that all 250 blind people out of
not all,
Vinnytsia,
but
or
8%, 80%.
80% out of that? So 170 people. Okay, 170 people going to 100 buildings. How often does that happen?
So I see we should track that.
Well, I think it's really you guys are basically putting sensors on stuff, right? So catch everything, catch every single possible data that you can in order to know what's happening, right? Because you have this because probably someone said it, and then you went for the hardest sell ever, governmental, and then you put 100 devices on a building. So it's kind of like, oh, we got paid for that, but who's using that, right? If you want to build this for every single blind person to have it in the world, then that's a big question. How do you want to get there, right? I'll let the others.
You use Bluetooth.
Yeah,
Which class? What's the range?
low energy.
So what's the range of the keychain beacon?
I can't tell. No.
You don't know the range?
No.
Oh, yeah, well, it's like 2 meters, 5, 10. Just
Sorry.
You don't know. Okay. Other question. So we are 2025. Everyone is using it. I have 10 buildings, one next to each other. Do they make different sounds? Do they say hello? You are in the post office? Or
Yeah. Every beacon can be uploaded with a unique file, and it tells the user where he or she is. Yeah, the name of the building, probably various reception. Yeah, that.
what's the price for one unit?
For the public transport, it's 300 euros, and for The building 250. Yeah.
200.
For the person
Sorry.
and for the blind person.
This keychain, $15, I think. And sorry.
The one time buy.
Yeah, this one. And application is for free.
Okay,
What
so,
are your margins on that?
okay, take.
Margins.
How much do you earn per unit?
How much is left for you?
You sell it for 300, right? There's a production
Yeah, I
cost
know.
that you have on that.
Yeah.
There's people that put work into that, so there's a cost of goods sold. So what's that?
Probably 30%. Yeah.
30.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just like just to be sure that I understand. Like I am a blind person. I go to the building and it tells me information,
Yeah.
audio.
So it tells you
Here's the entrance.
No.
Yeah, it tells you here's the entrance.
you're here.
Yeah, but like when a blind person goes to the post office, they already know they're in the post office. Otherwise, they wouldn't go there,
They
right?
use Google
No,
Maps, but still,
She-
you know.
Google.
The
Yeah, of
person
course, with
knows that the building is a post office, but the problem is that they find an entrance to that building. So she or he should use somebody help or use arms, hands
They have it.
to find of white. Yeah.
The want.
Okay, so they really think it's useful, right? Like
Yeah, yeah,
The one that you're talking, like
With-
it changes their life.
Yeah, we talked to use to maybe future users from Krakow. Here is a school for blind people, and they said that it will be very useful for them to have such product in Krakow for public transport. And
Okay. No, just let's. It's not a question; it's a feedback. If I understood correctly, when you put the slides on the market, you said like it's a juicy market. That's why we're doing it. Is there like is there any other reasons that you're working on that, especially like as a team, or it's just because it's potentially lucrative?
You
you
see
mean
the passion in his eyes?
for the money? No. Actually, for me, it's very close problem because my mother, a few years ago,
Start with that.
yeah,
Like start
few
with
years
that.
ago, almost became blind. Yeah, and I know from her that it's a problem for her to move around the city without any help.
Are you a co-founder?
Yeah.
Start with that. That's it. Don't. I mean, start your fucking thing with this. Because I mean, at the end of the day, like it's a. I don't care about like right now, like what range or what this or what that. I just want to know that you're fucking passionate about this problem and you will never stop until you solve it for as much people as possible. Once I believe into that, then we'll see. But this trust is created. And then if I think you're good and if you show me you're good, then all the questions that I don't understand anything about this anyway. All the questions will be figured out by the data that you will get, basically.
Okay.
Are you guys planning on keeping it only to the blind, or are you guys going to go to the other disabled areas, for example, the deaf and so on?
We have two projects, as I said. This one for blind people, and another one it's like autopilot for automated wheelchairs with motor, wheelchairs. So we have two projects and for two categories of disabilities for now.
All right.
Did you get money from the government?
Sorry?
Did you get money from the government? Did you get money from the government?
Not yet.
That's good. Don't worry, don't take it.
Thank you.